our jobs as aspiring Mahayana practitioners are two: to benefit others, but also to increase our ability to benefit others, right? So just like, great sportsmen, and I'm now going to say golfers. So are they great sportsmen? Anyway, it's like before they make a golf shot, yeah, they visualize, okay, the trajectory of the ball, it's going to land there, it's going to roll there, all these things, right? Yeah? Or basketball players, they visualize how they're going to make the shot, all these things. And it helps their performance, So here, although it's in the level of visualization, these are actually very profound psychological tools that we use to work with our mind to help our performance in the real game out there. Okay? Here's me. Okay. Oh my gosh. We have 1 more minute. Okay, let's just meditate. Aww.
I have another question. I'll also take just a second. Actually. No, I'll just take a second. It could be also, that a lot of people are doing meditation on a daily basis, regularly, all that. But in their sort of daily lives, in their daily situation, they're still acting weird. Not full of anger, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So what could be the reason for that? Not something to do with past lives, but what would be the reason for that? So still being consumed by greed and
Okay.
even though you're meditating,
no problem. Okay, look to your right. Look to your right. Rita, we talked about this question, right, over the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very detailed.
Yes. So, do you guys know each other?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
You talk to Rita. I answer this for her. If you're still not satisfied, you can talk to me later, but not in this session. Okay? How's that?
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Let us meditate. Okay, so now, normally we would do the preliminary step of equanimity, as well as meditating on the faults of cherishing the self and the benefits of cherishing others. So let's just do that very briefly because we're out of time. But here we're just going to do a Tonglen meditation based on the people in this room. So just think that all of us are equal in wanting happiness and not wanting suffering. And that reason is enough for us to then care about and work for sentient beings to be free from suffering. Then just consider briefly all of the faults of cherishing the self, meaning holding this thought that I am more important than others. Just think about how much trouble that self-cherishing thought has caused us in this life. Destroying our relationships. making us harm others, which ends up harming ourselves. And come to the conclusion that the self-cherishing mind is something very terrible that needs to be abandoned. Now consider the benefits of cherishing others. If we're able to cherish others, then, yeah, as Shantideva said, look at the difference between childish beings and the Buddhas. The Buddhas who do everything to cherish others have received the highest happiness, whereas following the mind of self-cherishing has only gotten us into trouble. So now, imagine our self-cherishing mind at our hearts in the form of a black ball. And then as we're going to conjoin it with the breath, so as we breathe in, consider that all the other people here in the room, all that they're suffering, the causes of suffering, all the disease, all the negative karma, anything undesirable that they are experiencing now or they will experience in the future, leaves from their nostrils in the form of black smoke. And as we inhale it into our hearts, it obliterates the self-cherishing thought. And think that the others in this room have become free of the everything undesirable, negative karma, negative emotions, the imprints on the mind, and so forth, all disease. So all those called giving and taking, first we take. Now we'll do the meditation on giving. So imagine that all of our positive karma, all of our level of realization, all the happiness and causes of happiness that we have accumulated since beginningless time, we make charity to that, to all the beings here in the room. And because of that, it ripens on them and they receive every single happiness, from a cool breeze on a hot day to the full state of perfect enlightenment. We give that to them without holding anything back for ourselves. We give it in the form of white light that then enters the people around us, and they achieve those realizations and happiness. Now if you can, do the alternation between giving and taking. On the inhalation you take, on the exhalation you give, like that. So now consider that from the power of our meditation, that all the people here have become totally free from all suffering and its causes, and have attained a state of perfection, that of full awakening. if you wish, you can visualize all of the other people here in the room in the aspect of Lokteshvara or Maitreya or Tara. And then generate the wish or the thought how wonderful it is that you've been able to lead all the beings here to the state of enlightenment and become very, 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 very joyful. Okay, so now just now bring the thought to mind that, oh, actually, this was just a visualization, and actually I haven't liberated others from suffering, nor have I led them to enlightenment. But if I were able to attain the state of my highest potential myself, I could be able to do this in actuality. And therefore develop the aspiration that I will achieve enlightenment so that I can liberate others and establish them in the state of highest happiness. And then hold your mind in that thought, that aspiration. Okay. How's that?
Great.
It's fine.
Huh? What?
Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Meditating I always want.
I thought it was great too. So thank you. So, you know, remember the first day I said we always have to end our sessions while they're still going well? Yeah?
Yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to talk about the medicine good practice. But you see, what we just did right now is the most important thing that probably we've ever done. Ever. No. Actually, this is, see, even these other practices like reciting mantra and doing pujas and this kind of thing, you see, if it's not done with the mind of bodhicitta, then its power is actually very weak, you know. But if we have bodhicitta, then forget about a big puja with all sorts of elaborate offerings. Even offering 1 grain of rice with a mind conjoined with bodhicitta is so much more beneficial than offering like the whole sky full of wish-fulfilling jewels without it. Okay? So actually, this meditation where we try to develop bodhicitta is the best puja. Puja means offering, yeah? So as it said, we didn't get to talk about these verses, but at the end of the patience chapter, it's talking about how, you know, the real way to benefit the Buddhas or make the Buddhas happy, yeah? Okay. Furthermore, what way, this is stanza 119. Furthermore, what way is there to repay the Buddhas who grant immeasurable benefit and who befriend the world without pretension other than by pleasing sentient beings? You know? So this meditating on bodhicitta and our compassion is the best puja. Yeah. So, because of that, although I didn't get to talk about how to do the medicine Buddha puja, in actuality, I'm still satisfied. Okay?
Next time.
Next time. I like the thought of that. So anyway, that's it.
Okay.
So let's just dedicate. Or you
Okay.
have you.
Yes, please dedicate.
Okay, we'll dedicate something. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh? I forgot something. Yeah, are the lights on? No? The lights aren't on upstairs. The power hasn't come back? It's on my pillow. Okay. Okay, so let me just, I think you're gonna say some words of thanks, but I'm gonna say words of thanks first. Okay? Remember we were talking about the interdependent nature of reality. Okay? So even for there to be a teacher, there needs to be students. Because although it might seem like I like talking a lot, if there was no one here in the room, I might talk to myself, but I wouldn't do so for 2 hours. Okay? So, first of all, thank you all for coming. I very much enjoyed, and as I mentioned, when I teach and talk and I field your questions, I learn a lot. So I definitely have benefited a lot. Then thank you to the various volunteers and sponsors. I think we had a sponsor for the lunch yesterday. And the various volunteers. Okay, Samton's not here, so I'm gonna wait till she comes so I can embarrass her. But thank you. This is my boss.
Oh no,
This
come on.
is Dr. Renuka Singh, who's the director of this wonderful center, who for many years offered tireless service for sentient beings and the teachings of Buddha. And
But I'm not your boss.
well, all sentient beings are my boss. And then Samton, who helps out here and is very... Hey, where are you going? Very kindly cooking me breakfast and arranging my room. I stay upstairs very nicely, and making the poster for this, sending out the emails, doing all that kind of stuff behind the scenes, which is not always glamorous, cleaning up my teacups and so forth, but is also very important. And then Venerable Kabir, who you saw this weekend, he's the spiritual program coordinator. He does a lot of work all over India to benefit the Dharma as well. And so, although he's not here, I also thank him. So anyway, I had this thought. Okay, we'll do something together, okay? Last time I was here, I noticed you guys have very beautiful statues. But something like I didn't go too much into thanking you. Okay, wasn't too much, right? Okay. But anyway, last time I was here, I very much admire your statue and some of these very beautiful old tankas. But you have a very wonderful statue of Tara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I thought, okay, now, although we said at the beginning that we don't engage in idol worship, yeah, Buddha himself said in the Mahaparinirvana Sutra that worshipping a statue of the Buddha or a stupa of the Buddha is the same kind of merit as worshipping the Buddha himself, right? Yeah. And because we don't have the opportunity to see the actual Buddha, we can only see these statues, okay? So Tara actually, now here I'm gonna get some points with the women, okay? Forget about the mother-like compassion, father-like compassion. Tara is an enlightened being who is the manifestation of the activities of Buddha. So you see the Tara is sitting with one leg stretched out. Yeah. So this is to show how Tara is very quick to act for the benefit of all sentient beings. Some of the other Buddhas are in like full lotus position, right? So to get up from that, you gotta, do a little bit more. So I love Tara. Yeah. Yeah, in a big way. So, and I love all you guys in a big way too. So we were talking about collective karma. So even just coming together, we've created the cause for us to come together again in the future. That makes me happy. But let's do something else. So offering to even a statue of Tara is the same as offering to the actual Tara. Yeah? And so I got this real pearl necklace for us all to take part in offering to Tara. Okay? Although these are real pearls, I believe the salesperson, but we can also visualize them actually as wish-fulfilling jewels. Okay? There's a story about King Ashoka's past life, which I won't get into now, but the power of visualization, we very much visualization and imagination, we very much emphasize in this tradition. Okay? So, on behalf of all sentient beings, most precious necklace here, we offer to Tara, seeing Tara as a manifestation as our own guru. Oops.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. So, sorry. Remember, we had a good motivation at the beginning. We sustained that motivation through the session, and now we dedicate the merit, the positive energy, so that it ripens in the most beneficial way. Okay? So that's the purpose of dedication. Through the virtue of having composed this work, a guide to a bodhisattva's way of life, may all living beings come to engage in the bodhisattva's conduct. May all beings everywhere, plagued with sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. For as long as they remain in cyclic existence, may their mundane happiness never decline, and may all of them uninterruptedly receive waves of joys from bodhisattvas. May all embodied creatures who throughout the universe experience hellish realms come to enjoy the bliss of Sukhavati. May those feeble with cold find warmth. May those oppressed with heat be cooled by the boundless waters that pour forth from the great clouds of bodhisattvas' merits. May the forest of razor-sharp leaves become a beautiful pleasure grove, and may trees of knives and swords grow into wish-fulfilling trees. May the regions of hell become places of joy, with fragrant and vast lotus pools, beautiful with exquisite calls of wild ducks, geese, and swans. May the heaps of burning coals change into heaps of jewels. May the burning ground become a polished crystal floor, and may the mountains of the crushing hells become celestial palaces of worship filled with sugatas. May the rains of lava, blazing stones, and weapons from now on become a rain of flowers, and may all battling with weapons from now on be a playful exchange of flowers. May the force of virtue, may those caught in the fiery torrents of acid, their flesh eaten away, revealing their withered like bones, obtaining the bodies of celestials, and dwell in goddesses in gently flowing rivers. Why are the henchmen of Yama the unbearable buzzards and vultures afraid, through whose noble strength is joy brought upon us and darkness dispelled? Looking up, they behold in the firmament the radiant form of Vajrapani. Through the force of their joy, may they be free from wrongdoing and find his company. When they see the lava fires of hell extinguished by a rain of falling flowers mingled with scented water, immediately satisfied, they wonder whose work this was. In this way, may those in hell behold Padmapani. Friends, don't be afraid, but quickly gather here. What need is there to flee when above us there is the youthful Manjughosha to dispel our fears, the tender Bodhisattva who protects all living things, through whose might all suffering is removed and the force of joy abounds. Behold him in an enchanting palace resounding with hymns sung by goddesses, with tiaras of 100 gods being offered to his lotus feet, and a rain of many flowers falling on his head, the eyes of which are moist with kindness, Upon seeing my devotion in this way, may those in hell cry out loud with joy. Likewise, having seen due to the roots of my wholesome deeds, the cool and sweet-smelling rain falling from joyful clouds, created by the Bodhisattvas Samattabhadra and Sava Nivarana Vishkambini, may all beings in hell be truly happy. May all animals be free from fear of being eaten by one another, and may the hungry ghosts be as happy as people of the northern continent. May they be satisfied by a stream of milk pouring down from the hand of Lord Avalokiteshvara. By bathing in it, may it always be cooled. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds, just as it was with Maya Devi. May pregnant women give birth without any pain. May the naked find clothing and the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find new hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May all who are sick and ill quickly be free from their illness, and may every disease in the world never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. May all travelers find happiness everywhere they go, and without any effort, may they accomplish whatever they set out to do. May those who sail in ships and boats obtain whatever they wish for. Having safely returned to the shore, may they joyfully reunite with their relatives. May troubled wanderers who have lost their ways meet with fellow travelers, and without any fear of thieves and tigers, may their going be easy without any fatigue. May those who find themselves in trackless, fearful wilderness, the children of the ages, the unprotected, those stupefied and the insane, be guarded by beneficent celestials. May beings be free from all states with no leisure, and be endowed with faith, wisdom, and kindness, with food obtained in the proper manner and excellent conduct. May they be mindful throughout their lives. May all beings be without want for wealth, just like the treasury of space, and without it being the source of dispute or harm. May they always enjoy it as they wish. May those who have little splendor come to be endowed with majesty, and may those whose body are worn with toil find magnificent and noble forms. May all lower life forms in the universe take rebirth in higher forms. May the lowly obtain grandeur, and may the proud be humbled. By the merits I have accumulated, may every single being abandon all forms of wrongdoing and perpetually engage in virtue. May they never be parted from the awakening mind, and may they always engage in the Bodhisattva's conduct. May they be cared for by the Buddhas and relinquish the actions of devils. May sentient beings have lives inconceivably long when in fortunate realms, and may they always live in contentment, unfamiliar with even the word death. May there abound in all directions gardens of wish-fulfilling trees filled with the sweet sound of Dharma, proclaimed by Buddhas and their children. And may the land everywhere be pure, smooth and devoid of any rocks, level like the palm of the hand, and the nature of lapis lazuli. For all the circles of disciples, may many bodhisattvas dwell in every land, adoring them with their excellent manifestations. May all embodied creatures uninterruptedly hear the sound of Dharma issuing from birds and trees, beams of light, and even space itself. May they always meet with the Buddhas and their children, the Bodhisattvas. May these spiritual masters of the world be worshipped with endless clouds of offerings. May Celestial bring timely rains so that harvests may be bountiful. May kings act in accordance with Dharma, and the people of the world always prosper. May all medicines be effective, and the repeating of mantras successful. May Derikin, cannibals and the like, be endowed with compassionate minds. May no living creature suffer, commit wrong, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, or their minds ever be depressed. And all temples and monasteries may reading and recitation flourish and remain. May the Sangha always be in harmony, and may their purposes be accomplished. May monks desiring to practice find quiet and solitary places, and through having abandoned all wandering thoughts, may they meditate with flexible minds. May nuns be materially sufficient, abandon quarreling with each other, and be unharmed. Similarly, may all ordained ones never let their morality weaken. Having repented any moral faults, may every transgression be eradicated, thereby obtaining a happy state of birth. May spiritual conduct not decline even there. May the wise be honored, and may they receive alms. May their minds be completely pure, and may they be renowned in all directions. May beings not experience the misery of the lower realms, and may they never know any hardships. With a superior physical form superior to God's, may they swiftly attain Buddhahood. May sentient beings again and again make offerings to all the Buddhas. May they constantly be joyful with the inconceivable bliss of Buddhas. Just as they intended, may the Bodhisattvas fulfill the welfare of the world, and may all sentient beings receive whatever the Buddhas have intended for them. Similarly, may Pratyeka Buddhas and Shravakas find happiness. Until I reach the level of the joyous one, through the kindness of Manjughosha, May I be mindful throughout my lives and always obtain ordination. May I live and be sustained by simple common foods, and all my lives may I find the ideal solitude for practicing Dharma. Whenever I wish to see something, or even ask the slightest question, may I behold without hindrance the Lord Manjughosha himself, in order to fill the needs of beings who reach until the end of space. May my way of life be just like that of Manjughosha. For as long as space endures, and for long as living beings remain, until then may I too abide to dispel the misery of the world. May all the pains of living creatures ripen solely upon myself, and through the might of the Bodhisattva Sangha, may all beings experience happiness. May the teachings which are the sole medicine for suffering and the origin of every joy be materially supported, honored, and abide for a very long time. I prostrate to Manjughosha, through whose kindness wholesome minds ensue, and I prostrate to my spiritual masters, through whose kindness I develop. It's a wonderful prayer, huh? So, what more to be said? Anyway, thank you very much. Yeah, I can continue talking, but I'm not. Thank you.